Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys, we have lots to talk about, especially the fact that Jeff Lewis is coming out talking about Shannon Beador. This one was interesting to me, but also looks like Jim Bellino is encouraging his ex-wife Alexis to get a prenup before she marries John Jansen, which I found that also interesting. And I'm wondering too if she gets alimony. I'm wondering if she does get alimony. And if she gets alimony, is it one of those situations like Sutton Strack receives a shit ton of money, like over three to $500,000 a month. Now that's unless she gets married. If she gets married, all of the money goes out the window. So that woman is never going to get married again. She would be silly to get married. Who's going to give up that sort of income? And I'm wondering what the case is with Alexis Bellino, but we're going to break into it. If you guys have not already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
All right, guys, we're going to start right here with the Jeff Lewis of it all. Thank you to Reality Blurb. Jeff Lewis is shedding light on the confusion surrounding Shannon Beador's comments about whether or not John Jansen could have heard her DUI crash. Now, after Shannon was seen telling Jeff that it never occurred to her that John may have heard the wreck, but sharing otherwise with Heather Dubrow, Jeff explained why Shannon lied. Oh, while also revealing why he opted against filming with her for the Real Housewives of Orange County. I remember why he opted out of it, but the lie, I want to know. It never occurred to Shannon. It really didn't, is what Jeff said on SiriusXM Radio's Jeff Lewis Live. While Jeff insisted that Shannon didn't really think that John could have heard her hit the Newport Beach house that she hit in September of 2023 while driving intoxicated with her dog Archie in the car, he admitted that the thought occurred to him right away. I had been to John Jansen's many times, and as I got all the information from the accident, I'd said, wait a minute, you backed up? Literally, you hit that house in seconds. She's like, seconds. And I said, okay. And I had said to Shane, and then I mentioned it to Shannon, and I don't regret doing it because I'm her friend, but I said, the front door, it's like a waterfront house, and the front door is all the way at the front. So you have to walk down that long sidewalk. So I said, I just don't understand, Shannon. How did he not hear that accident? Because that would have been a huge crash. Now, noting that he wasn't certain about his suspicions, Jeff stated that if John didn't hear, he had to have been practically running to that front door, so that he was inside before Shannon drove off and crashed the car. I think he could probably hear the crash, or maybe he didn't, or maybe he was intoxicated, or whatever. According to Jeff, he was scheduled to film with Shannon and talk about the issue until he ultimately chose to back out. The problem was that when the lawsuit had kicked up, and so I said, I'm doing this because he's litigious. And I said, even though I don't know anything, I don't know for certain, I'm not making any claims. I'm just saying I just question it because I have been to that home. Bravo would not indemnify me. So I said, I can't. I'm like, I cannot risk this. I cannot risk getting sued. But as for Shannon's appearance on his radio show, Jeff said that after he brought up John and the crash, Shannon backpedaled out of fear. We were both scared. She's like, I don't want to talk about this because he's already suing me once. I don't want to make any claims at all that he could have potentially heard me because who knows? Defamation, whatever. She was scared, so she did lie. She did. But she did it because she was afraid because she is already dealing with him with legal issues. Now, last week, while appearing on Watch What Happens Live, Shannon addressed her conflicting statements about John and her car crash, explaining that sometimes she says things and gets the wrong words. On Jeff Lewis Live, I was super tired, and you can hear it in my voice. And he said, have you ever thought about that? And I meant to say, I hadn't until he brought it up, and I had thought about it, and I hadn't thought about it. See? Okay, I had thought about it until Jeff called me, or I hadn't thought about it until Jeff called me 10 days after the DUI and said, did you think about this? And it had never occurred to me. So when I said I had thought about it, I meant to say that I had not thought about it. For Shannon Beador right now, there's a lot of question marks going on with this. She's made some pretty bold statements. it's very confusing. With the promissory note, no, he didn't ask for a promissory note. He did not give her a promissory note. But then also on Watch What Happens Live, she said within a matter of weeks, he gave her a promissory note. Then also she claimed that she was going to go to a bank and get a loan, but the loan had high interest rates. And she said to him, well, you have money. So if she was going to take a loan and she told him he has money, then why would she not think that it would be a loan from him? Now we're also hearing that they were not dating at the time. We're also hearing that they were not in a negative space when he gave her the promissory note, which was a major part of the storyline this season, that all of a sudden, why now? Why do you want the money now when you're dating Alexis Bellino and, like, we're not getting along? Now it seems like it's a personal attack, but that's not that now, from what she said on Watch What Happens Live, is not appearing to be what the case was, because now it appears that he wanted the money the whole time. She just said no when he offered, or when he requested that she sign a promissory note, and she said, I'm not signing it. So it's two very conflicting stories, but the kicker of it is both stories are coming from one side, which is Shannon Beador. And I think that's the biggest problem in this. But hold on, we're not done. Thank you to realityt.com. Alexis Bellino's ex-husband, Jim, wants John Jansen to sign a prenup. One person who's thinking rationally about the upcoming union of Alexis and John Jansen, that would be her ex-husband, Jim Bellino. It seems that Jim made an effort to set Alexis up right after the divorce in 2018. The child support is solid for their 3 children, and she has a beautiful home. So is she looking to protect her assets? And if not, should she? If Shannon Beador's smear campaign against her ex-boyfriend is to be believed, John doesn't pay for anything and may be looking for a comfortable financial situation over true love. And Alexis's ex-husband, Jim, is certainly worried. John has already said he is not interested in signing one, but Jim hopes Alexis Bellino protects her assets with a prenup. It was during a recent appearance on the Sarah Fraser show where Jim expressed his concern and suggested that Andy Cohen should have intervened when he had Alexis and John on Watch What Happens Live. There shouldn't be a question of what anybody's motivation is. I hope that he is successful. I worry about Alexis, and I hope she protects her assets and makes him sign a prenup. What does Johnny do? When Alexis was on Watch What Happens Live, Andy should have asked, instead of Alexis, John, would you sign the prenup? Now, Sarah kept the conversation going by bringing up online rumors about the couple, and it seems that Jim has not heard most of the gossip about his ex-wife. Sarah said, now your kids are almost grown. You have one child that's 18, so child support is ending. But Alexis has a beautiful house that's publicly out there that you gave her. I mean, a lot of people feel like they will not get married until you stop supporting Alexis. And Jim replied that he cannot speak to that due to legal reasons. But Sarah then riffed on Shannon's claims that John never paid for anything, and she brought up the rumor that John did not buy Alexis's engagement ring. Why would I have reason to not think that? Is that a rumor out there? Is what Jim said. And Sarah suggested that the ridiculous rumor started because nobody knows what Johnny J does for a living. So there you guys have it. It seems like Jim Bellino is, after the divorce with Alexis, I think that the way that they parted assets, he made sure that the mother of his children, that she was set up. I think that's what I'm gathering from this. I'm not sure. I wasn't a part of their divorce, but I think that's what I'm gathering from this. And I think that he's like, look, it's easy for somebody to be taken to the cleaners. At the end of the day, protect yourself, get a prenup. I don't care who it is. If God forbid something happened tomorrow and I was no longer here and Jason got remarried, I would want Jason to get a prenup. It's vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, I think I truly believe in protecting what you've built. And if you're going to be with somebody, then why does it matter? A lot of people use the excuse, well, a prenup just means that you're going to get a divorce. No, it doesn't. And if you're afraid of a prenup, it just makes me think shady about you. And that's my opinion. But I want to hear what you guys think. Guys, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.